I never really got excited about the concept of retirement. Hey, you're going to work really hard at school, stay out of trouble. You're going to go to university, get in loads of debt. You're going to get a 9 till 5. You're going to work really hard. You're going to pay off all your debt. And then just when you pay off that debt, you're going to get another debt. And that debt is going to be massive and it's going to be for a house. And you're going to pay it off for 30 years. So if you buy a house at 25, which no one is, most of them are buying them at what, 30 to 35? 30 years, that takes you to 65. So then you're just paying off debt, 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 debt. And then at 65, you paid off that debt and now you can stop working. And then you get your pension, which is like a lot less of the money that you used to earn, but now you haven't got debt and you might own your house or you might not. And then you're 65 now, you can travel the world and do all of those things that you couldn't do because you only had 2 weeks of annual leave a year for the last 60 years. That never excited me. I was like, between 25 and 35, I have less than half the energy that I had at 25. So at 45, if that halves again, trust me, by the time I reach 65, I'm just going to want to sit at home on a rocking chair, being left alone. The idea of having to wait decades to be able to enjoy yourself never resonated with me. So when I read this book and I was like, wow, retirement is actually like a worst case scenario. If you never make anything of your life and your businesses never do that well, then maybe you give up at 65 and retire. But for some reason, we're kind of brainwashed into thinking that's the best outcome. Now, hypocritically, my dad retired. He loves it, absolutely loves it, does nothing with his days. He's feeding ducks with a bit of bread in the garden. He even somehow realized there were Egyptian geese at the top of a tree. He can barely use WhatsApp, so I don't know how he figured that out. But for me, I'm not saying for everyone, but for me, I couldn't imagine anything worse than retiring.